Omnibus, tonight at 20 to 1.
A minute to go. Okay, Jimmy.
The day the British liberated the Falklands and the islanders said thank you. The day 13,000 Argentines surrendered. Good evening. A day of peace on the Falkland Islands. And by tonight, British troops have begun the task of disarming the enemy, whose defeat came so suddenly and so completely. The scale of the British victory became apparent this afternoon, when Mrs. Thatcher told the Commons more than 13,000 Argentines were taken prisoner today. 11,000 of them in Port Stanley alone. Our correspondent says there's been extensive destruction in the tiny camp, and there's great concern over how to look after all the prisoners, many of them suffering from exposure, badly in need of medical care. More than 700 Argentines have died, and the final total of British dead will be around 250. They died that others might live in freedom and justice, said Mrs. Thatcher.
The harbour at San Carlos Water 2 weeks ago. In the bay, a cluster of ships laden down with stores for the British beachhead. The most important loads were the Commando Gunner's 105mm light guns. Slung beneath the Royal Navy's Sea Kings, the artillery was moved across broken, trackless country in minutes. The only cover was camouflage netting. The ground between San Carlos Water and Teal Inlet, 50 miles northeast, was said to be virtually impassable on foot.
Up against the bed! Don't look at me!
The Marines called it yomping, the Paras bashing.
Play the game. You all go in one piece. Unload the sacks.
Every sortie had to be justified.
Come on, come on, come on! Move it!
These were the Gurkha Rifles. They'd come out in the QE2, changed ships in South Georgia, and then sailed to San Carlos.
Get down!
Ashore, the patrols were bringing in Argentine prisoners.
We knew what we had to do. And we went about it and did it.
Do you think the ceasefire will help?
I believe so. I believe so. There's still one or two things. Just listen to everyone. I must go down and
My God! Get going, Jimmy!
But you haven't won the war. No, you did all right for a girl. No, it's not what I call fair, though. Why, just because you're smaller, you can move faster. Yeah, but they taught you how to shoot in the police. Oh! Matt, are you okay? What are you doing, you moron? It's all right. I'm okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't see.
Don't ever do that again. That thing should be on the road, not on the pavement.
Look, I said I'm sorry, okay?
Oh, you're back. Thanks. Good time, you two?
No. Excellent. Oh, my next birthday then.
You'll see. Anna, meet an old friend, Peter Wainwright. Peter, this is Anna.
Hello.
Hello. Very nice to meet you.
Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Oh, Matthew, what's this? That jacket was new last month.
Must have been when I fell.
Oh, this kid on a bike came screeching around the corner and sent poor old Matt flying.
Don't worry, Mum. She gave me a right earful.
Can you imagine?
Oh, I just get so angry, you know. I mean, if he'd been a foot nearer the curb, he'd have gone right onto the road, and you know what the traffic's like there. I mean... so... Have I said something terrible?
Peter lost his son in an accident, Anna.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We didn't lose him. He was killed by a drunk called Alan Perryman, who ploughed into him on a zebra crossing 3 times over the limit.
Was he charged?
3-year ban and 6 months in prison.
I think it's awful. Don't you think it's awful?
Well, I know it doesn't seem like much, but... I suppose one has to remember that that man's got it on his conscience for the rest of his life.
You think so? He's out and about already, actually. You can see him any day of the week driving around in his new car, still banned.
I mean, have you been to the police?
The police didn't seem very interested, apparently.
They think it's just me. Anyway, Carla, my wife, well, we're separated now, but we decided to drop it. Thanks, Ken.
Good to see you again.
See you soon, yeah.
Bye, darling.
See ya.
Take care.
Yeah, we'll do.
Goodbye, thank you. It was lovely.
It's been lovely to see you.
Goodbye,
Bye,
you.
Anna.
Bye.
Stay cool.
Where do they pick these things up?
Would you like a lift?
Oh, no, it's all right. I can walk.
Would you rather?
No, I'd rather have a lift. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I don't want to drag all this up again. I mean, I won't talk about it if you'd rather. It's just that I got so angry when you told me about it.
Some days I wake up and I think I'm going to forget it. I'm just going to get on with the rest of my life. And the next day, it's there again.
Why do you really want to forget it?
I don't know. My wife does. Carla says, what's the point in looking for revenge?
And if you kill someone else? Well, this is me on the left.
Carla and I had separated before Sam was killed. But I was with him on the day he died. I'd gone to pick him up from a party.
You don't have to tell me this, you know.
What else is there? He was waiting outside when I arrived. He did everything right. He saw me on the other side of the road. Had a couple of his mates with him. They were fooling around. But he looked both ways. Then suddenly this car came round the corner, completely out of control and on the wrong side of the road. Sam just had time to turn round and he put his arm up to protect himself.
And you feel you should have done something?
Of course I do.
I could help you get evidence that would keep him off the roads for good.
Why should you?
I'm a human being. I also happen to be a private detective.
You don't look like a private detective.
Yeah, well, I leave my dear stalker at home on Sundays. Anyway, think about it. Let me know. Thanks for the lift.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Marsham's, the butcher, has he been open today?
He hasn't been open for weeks. There's a supermarket on the corner, though, if you
No, it's Seddy himself I'm looking for.
You could try his wife, I suppose, if you're wearing a flak jacket. She might tell you where he is.
But you've no idea yourself?
Sorry, no. Yeah, if you do catch up with him, remind him he owes me 400 quid, will you?
Say hello to some new friends of mine.
Hello, new friends. Nice to meet you.
Words of one syllable love, at least for a while. They're foreigners, Romanian, and they've had a rough time of it. I say, you have had a rough time of it. This is Geta.
Tata. Oh, hello. I'm Parabina. Nice to meet you.
This here is Mikhail.
Hi.
Mihai, un parabine.
And this is Sorin.
Sorin.
Don't get broody. They'll be living with an uncle when he moves into his new house. Meantime, I said they can doss here.
Arată grozav.
Și tu ești luptător? Eu sunt luptător.
Luptător, ce mică e lumea.
What's he saying?
My Romanian is not what it was.
Okay. Oh, luptător.
I think he's saying he's a wrestler.
Oh. Luptător.
Anna.
Hello.
I'm glad I caught you. I went to see Carla last night about Perriman.
And what did she say?
I don't know. Well, she says that I'm just trying to clear my conscience.
Is that wrong?
I don't know about wrong, but... Well, she doesn't want to go on thinking about it.
Yeah, but she will, won't she?
She says it's pointless. It won't bring Sam back.
I don't know. I wonder if I'd feel like that if it was me.
Doubt it somehow. Listen, does your offer still stand?
Oh, Beryl, could I borrow the video camera for a few days?
No.
What for? Well, it's rather wonderful, actually. It's the Hammersmith Festival of Arts, and my nephew's in it, and I was hoping to film it for his mum and dad. He's in a choir.
Oh, what's he doing?
The *ʻP.2 Requiem.
Oh, well, just this once then. I'll get it out of the stores later.
It's in that cabinet.
That cabinet is the stores. Can we help you at all?
I hope so. My name's Robert Thurman. I'd like to see whoever's in charge.
Mr. Thurman wants us to serve a writ for him.
On whom?
Sadly, on an old friend of mine, Edward Marsham. I was daft enough to lend him some money to set him up in business.
What kind of business did he go into?
A butcher's in Kilburn. I can't give you much to go on, I'm afraid. I don't have a photo of him. I'm not even sure where he lives. I've been working in Hong Kong for several years. I just got back.
Now he's defaulted, I presume.
Mr. Marsham's dissolved into thin air.
Who are you? Billy Hooper!
Where's Eddie Marsham? He's still counting his money.
Eddie ain't got no money.
It's been the life of Riley somewhere. This place is just a front. So,
and it goes off. It never says. Oh! Oh, no, you.
I don't think so.
You're Jimmy Killshaw. That train robbery. You and Eddie were partners.
Yes. And then he grasped and took off with the proceeds.
Well, he's a friend of mine. He won't like it when I tell him about this.
But you better not tell him then. Hey.
Excuse me.
Yes, please. Oh, what can we do for you?
Your neighbour, Eddie Marsham. You haven't seen him lately, have you?
Why is everybody so keen to find Eddie all of a sudden?
Are they?
Yeah, there was a guy on Saturday.
He didn't say what he wanted, did he?
Well, knowing Eddie, it would be money. But what a girl like you wants with him, I can't imagine.
He bought a bacon slicer off our company and the cheque bounced.
I see.
You don't know where he lives, do you? Look, my boss is furious at me for not doing a credit check, and if I don't find him, I might lose my job.
Round the back somewhere, he's married. She might tell you more.
Thanks, I'll try that.
OK. He shoots off down the West Country occasionally. Got a place on Exmoor.
Whereabouts?
No idea, but if you can hang on till the weekend, I'll drive you down there. Perhaps we can look for him together.
Oh, I'm busy. Every weekend for the next 50 years.
Yeah?
My name's Anna Lee. I'm looking for Eddie.
They dumped you and all, has he?
No, not me. My sister. Basically, she wants to know if Eddie's going to chip in when the baby arrives.
Well, tell her not to hold her breath, especially when she's giving birth. Who told you where we live?
Oh, some man at the chemist. Look, I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you. It's just she's desperate, you know?
Eddie's been gone 4 weeks this time. That's longer than usual.
And you've no idea where he is. Someone said something about Exmoor.
Oh, it's possible. He does like it down there. Oh, I got a picture of him when we went there on holiday. Yeah. Listen, even if you find him, you know, he won't have any money for your sister.
No. Hasn't he got a business file or something? Bills, letters, anything?
If he does, they'll be at the shop. You know, I'm glad you came. I was in danger of forgetting what a rat he is. Hello? She's been.
What were you doing here? I had a writ to serve on him.
So you thought he's bound to be in the shop at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Well, Eddie Marsham's been missing for a month. Rose, I thought it was high time someone looked into his business and saw what was going on. He didn't look too anxious to pay off a loan, did he?
He owed your client money?
That's right.
Name of this client?
I'd rather not say.
Come on, Anna, this isn't Cluedo. Fair enough, we'll ask Briley.
Robert Thurman.
You didn't find anything useful, I suppose? In the desk?
No, nothing.
Search her.
What?
She said she found nothing.
You want me to do it?
Won't take a minute.
Rog tells me you used to be one of us. What happened?
Well, round about the 2 millionth cup of tea mark, the guy had the audacity to ask a man to make it.
You're lucky to be alive. Thanks, Miss Lee. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Hi, you did say 6:30, didn't you?
This is going to be the most boring evening of your life.
You obviously don't know much about my life.
So, did you bring the coffee?
And a packet of shortbread. Oh. And a chocolate orange.
A chocolate orange?
I phoned Maggie.
Well, you obviously can't trust sisters with guilty secrets.
It's very good of you to give up your time like this.
Oh, no, I haven't got much on anyway. I've been looking for a butcher called Marsham to serve a writ on, but I found him.
And how did he take the writ?
Oh, you know, stiff upper lip.
Good man.
He was dead, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
So now I'm all yours until Briley finds me another assignment. So, where are we going? Where was it you saw Perriman drunk the other night?
The Warwick Castle, Little Venice. It's his local. He's here. That's his car. He must be inside. Now what?
Shortbread.
He's not the sort of person who looks like a killer.
One of the first things you learn in this job is no one looks like they're meant to. I mean, you don't look like a vet.
You've been talking to Maggie as well?
Well, no, actually, I was curious about Matt. I mean, Sam was a friend of his, and he never mentioned him.
They don't dwell on things at that age. Not a grown-ups come to that. They look serious, shake their heads, tut a bit, say how the courts are far too lenient, and then get off the subject as quick as they can. You didn't do that.
No, well. So what was he like, Sam?
He wanted to be Ryan Giggs. Whenever we played football in the back garden, I could be whoever I liked. He had to be Ryan Giggs. He had his Man United shirt, and he... That's him. In the red jacket.
Thursday the 5th, 8:20, outside the Warwick Castle, Little Venice. Our target, Alan Perriman, is getting into his car. It's a gold BMW G934FTH. He's setting off, and we're following.
What shall I do, Anna?
Just keep behind him, not too close. Yeah, that's fine.
Is the camera working?
I hope so. He's going left. Don't lose it. God, he's coming back. Stop, stop, stop! Come on.
What's going on? What the hell do you want?
Do you know this man, Peter?
Don't you get cute with me. You've got a camera. I saw it. Now hand it over.
Don't touch her!
Whoa, come on, then. Show the girlfriend what you're made of.
Take your hands off me.
Take your hands off me.
You jerk!
Not till I find out why you're following me.
Back off! Go away!
Oh, got a woman fighting our battles for us, have we? That figures. You never did have much bottle.
How much bottle does it take to run over a child?
Let me tell you something. His kid ran straight out in front of me. There was nothing I could do.
You were drunk.
You're the one they should have jailed, Wainwright, for not taking proper care of your kid.
You didn't expect to meet some drunk 3 times over the limit, ploughing through a zebra crossing.
I did my time, and that's it. End of story. Stay away from me.
It wasn't your fault, it was his fault. And I mean to make sure he never does it again.
You should have come to me about it in the first place.
Yes, that's what Anna said, but I persuaded her to help me, so it's my fault.
But can we still make a case against him anyway?
It's worth a try, certainly. Same method, video camera at a distance.
Anna said we'd need several clips of Perriman on tape.
To make a decent fist of it, yes.
Right.
I think this is one for Bernie Schiller. Thank you, Mr. Wainwright. We'll let you know if we get anything.
Right. I'll phone you.
But I thought Bernie was chasing someone's husband who went missing 20 years ago.
He found him. 19.5 years too late. The man died the Christmas after leaving his wife. How well do you know Wainwright?
What's that supposed to mean? He's a friend of my sister's.
Oh?
Please. Please let me stay on this case. I mean, how often in this job does something come up that's really worthwhile where you can put things right?
You mean it appeals to the crusader in you?
Yes, it does. What's wrong with that?
We do our best work from a cold start, Miss Lee. No involvement. We're snoopers, not missionaries.
Well, then at least let me help Bernie. I mean, my desk's clear now I've found Eddie Marsham.
I'm afraid you haven't found Eddie Marsham. According to a D.I. Burford, the man in the freezer was called Billy Hooper. Apparently he supplied Eddie with game, in return for which he let him sleep in the back room. I thought you had a photo of Marsham. Why didn't you recognize him?
Because the corpse had a major case of freezer burn, actually.
Hmm. So, you're back at square one?
Yes, I know. Yes.
Go round to Thurman's hotel. Get him to trawl his memory, see what he lands.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Come through.
Thank you.
So, how's it going, Miss Lee?
getting nowhere fast, I'm afraid. There's been a slight hiccup. I went to Eddie's shop and, I found a body in his deep freeze.
Good God. Who was it?
Some guy called Billy Hooper. Don't suppose you've heard of him?
Means nothing to me, I'm afraid. Hang on. What do you think? You think Eddie killed him?
What do you mean, shot him and left him in his own deep freeze? It's a possibility, I suppose. I don't think so. Mind you, I don't know Eddie. You were friends. Does he do that sort of thing? I haven't got enough on Eddie. Can you help me?
No, I said he was a friend of mine, but, you know, like I said, I didn't really know him that well.
Well, I suppose some people are like that. Good at fading into the background. Anyway, don't worry, I'll find him.
I'm sure you will, Miss Lee. The question is when. You see, I'm off to Madrid in a couple of weeks, and I'd like it sorted by then.
Me too.
I might have bloody known. I thought you didn't get out for another week.
I'll bet you did. I'll bet you did. I bet you thought you'd just find Eddie and disappear with my share of the money.
Get off it, Jimmy. Don't talk wet. How'd you find me?
I've been tailing your girl. She's hanging around Eddie's shop, and then, surprise, surprise, she leads me straight to you.
You been to the shop? It was you, wasn't it?
What?
It was you who killed the bozo they found in the freezer.
He was uncooperative. Just like you're being uncooperative, Charlie.
You're gonna have us both back in the nick if you don't calm down, Jimmy.
So who's your girl, then?
Grow up, Jimmy. She's not my girl. She's a detective.
What?
A private detective. I hired her firm to find Eddie for us. He's gone to ground somewhere.
I'll soon dig him out, don't you fret.
Look, who was brought in the first place to organise this heist? Who's the brains?
Brains? Who screwed it up so we ended up doing 15?
I never screwed it up. Eddie screwed it up, dropping his tool bag.
And who brought Eddie in?
Look, Jimmy, the only way we
And why did you bring Eddie in? Brains? We all know where Charlie McKinnon keeps his brains.
The only way we're going to get this money, the only way, is if we stay very, very cool. We're in this together, Jimmy. Two heads are better than one, eh? Let the girl find Eddie for us. Lie low.
And what are you going to be doing?
You can get me at the hotel any time, day or night. I'm there under the name of Thurman.
I'm not just sitting around twiddling my thumbs.
All right, all right, all right. I'll tell you what, why don't you go to this Hooper's funeral tomorrow? Maybe Eddie will show up there. But be discreet, for God's sake.
Anna, I have had a brilliant idea.
Why does that put the fear of God into me so? Hello.
Hi, Buna.
Hello, Michael. Buna. Buna, Anna. How's your lovely baby?
He's champion. And old Mikhail here is a fast learner. Mikhail, where did we go to this morning?
We go to gym.
Right. And what did we do at the gym?
Ah, we wrestle.
That's fantastic. Hey, what's the brilliant idea?
Elgin Square Residents Association. The main aim was to look after the square itself, the neighbourhood. But why don't we use it to look after the residents? Well, at least one resident. Give Mikhail a leg up.
Yeah, champion.
So you'll organise the grub then?
What?
I thought we might have a street party or something.
Oh, yeah, but not...
Budget for 60 people at 10 quid a throw. Hot dog and a glass of wine each. We should have a tidy profit.
Selwyn.
I'll spread the word.
Listen, I've got to go anyway. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Where are you off to, dressed like that?
Funeral? I'll leave you to explain in your best Romanian. It's no one I know.
Which die in the Lord, even so saith the Spirit, for they rest from their labors. Forasmuch as it hath pleased Almighty God, of his great mercy, to take unto himself the soul of our dear brother here departed. We therefore commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ, who shall change our life, and make it like unto his glorious glory. I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, henceforth,
Can I have a word?
What about?
Just about Billy Hooper. I wondered if you knew him.
Well, yeah, we were both in the same line of business.
Yeah, so you came to see him off. Well, that's nice. So I suppose you know, this man, Eddie Marsh. Hang on. Wait a minute. Look, I only wanted to ask you a few questions.
Stop it!
It's okay, I'm not a policewoman or anything.
You've got a grip like one.
What you run away for in the first place?
Billy's dead. Eddie's disappeared. Talking to anyone could be dangerous.
Look, I promise you I'm not dangerous. Listen, please, I'm a friend of his. I'm really worried. I mean, Billy was a mate of his. He didn't even show up today.
Well, perhaps he thought I might be here waiting for him to settle up.
Listen, if Eddie owes you any money, I promise you, I'll make sure you get it. What's your claim on him, anyway?
I used to supply game for his butcher's shop. You know, rabbits, pheasants, that sort of thing. Sort of stuff you bumped into.
You mean poached? It seems Eddie's gone out of business, so... Where's he getting his money from, do you know?
He'll be up to his old tricks, rounding up the odd stray sheep, finding a pig or two, you know.
Where on earth does he sell them?
Poolies. An abattoir in Paddington. I rang them the other day. They said they hadn't seen Eddie for months.
Did you believe them?
I would not believe John Pooley if he told me night followed day.
you get in?
Oh, sorry, there was no one at reception.
Well, you should have waited. What are you after, anyway?
Oh, actually, I was hoping to buy a pig.
Don't leave reception unattended, Linda. Is that clear?
Sorry, Mr. Pooley.
What about my pig?
We only sold to the trade, never to the general public.
Oh, that's not what my friend told me, Eddie Marsham. Do you know him?
Marsham? Yeah, I think we do business with him occasionally. May I ask your name?
Price.
Well, Miss Price, if you'd like to leave your name and phone number with Linda, I'll see what I can do for you.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know where Eddie is by any chance, do you? Hasn't been seen in his shop for ages.
I said that we do business occasionally. I didn't say that I was his keeper.
That's a no, is it?
That's a no. Says her name's Price. She came to buy a pig.
And you can't be bought, eh, Johnny?
That isn't all she came for. She wanted you. What have you been up to, Eddie?
Are you sure Mr. Thurman got my last message? Well, the same message again, then, please. Would he contact Miss Doyle at Brierley Security? This Mr. Thurman is a very elusive chappie, Commander.
Why don't you send him a fax there?
Has Miss Lee found this fellow Mr. Thurman wants the writ served on yet?
Oh, Marsham, no, not yet. He seems to be equally elusive. Where are Mr. Schiller and Mr. Johnson?
Oh, they're out in the van on the drunk driver case. Last reported position outside the Prince of Wales.
How often do you meet a woman who's really interested in you, Bert?
Oh, I steer clear of her myself. So, this Joanna, she's fascinated, is she?
5 minutes in, I was telling her my life story, my family, hobbies, friends, and she was...
Fascinated? What about her? What's she like?
We didn't get round to her. We're going to a midweek match, though. Yeah.
Hang on, Stevie, I think we're outside the Prince of Wales Pottery Lane. The subject, Alan Perriman, is coming out headed for a gold BMW G934FTH.
Rather evening. A nice, sweet lady. Alan!
Just when you don't need a good citizen, one shows up.
So, do you think rent is an ugly word?
You found your butcher yet?
No, but I'm getting close. I think I bought a pig today.
You think?
Well, it's hard to tell sometimes. Mind you, Selwyn, you could use it for your street party. You know, pig on a spit pig.
Yeah, I tell you what, though. That me kind, he can wrestle a bit. He pulled round today, did a bit of training.
Or rehearsing, as it's known in the trade.
That is a gross calumny, young lady, as well you know. Seconds out.
I get it.
Annalie?
Yes?
I'm Carla Wainwright.
Come in.
Look, you won't mind if I'm honest.
No, I'd prefer it.
Well, this Perryman business, what's in it for you? I mean, personally.
I think what Perriman's doing is wrong.
Well, surely that's for the police.
My job is trying to put things right.
All revenge does is keep the wounds open. He's not going to bring Sam back.
Well, I wouldn't call it revenge. I'd call it balance.
Look, Peter feels guilty.
Yes, he does. But he also feels that Perriman shouldn't be driving around again, drunk again, and I happen to agree with him.
Of course you do.
I'm sorry. Yeah, come in.
Some foreign chap let me inside.
I just came to see Anna to see how things were progressing. I don't want to be in the way.
No, I only came round to...
No, I'm sure you two have got lots to talk about. I mean, we're all on the same side, aren't we? Same side?
Well, yes. Dealing with the unfinished business surrounding Sam's death.
How dare you? What do you know about losing a child? God, you know nothing.
I'm sorry. Oh, God. So sorry.
I don't think I handled that very well. What is this, anyway?
They're newspaper clippings from Perriman's trial. I thought they might be interesting.
I'll make sure Bernie gets them.
Actually, they were just an excuse to see you.
Oh.
I was going to invite you out for dinner.
Good. How about tomorrow night?
I ain't looking to compete with you, beat or cheat or mistreat you, simplify you, classify you, deny, defy or crucify you. All I really wanna do is
Hello.
be friends.
Lovely. Well, you always do. Only, well, tonight more so.
And, you've been with a blonde.
It's Sally.
Friend?
She's more than a friend, actually. She's my dog. She's an overweight spaniel, but I got her on a very strict diet.
Chain you down. All I really wanna
Have you found Eddie Marsham yet?
Oh, no. He owes money all over the place. I'm beginning to wonder whether he met the same fate as Billy Hooper.
Someone got tired of waiting.
Maybe. On the other hand, I've got a feeling, I don't know why, that Eddie's smarter than that. Perhaps he's the one that killed Billy.
Put him in his own fridge.
I know. Maybe he had no other choice.
I don't wanna meet your Kansas, make you spin or do you in.
Now, what are you going to have?
I don't know. Look at this. Pan-fried medallions of wild venison escorted by a cream truffle sauce.
I saw one yesterday.
What?
A deer.
Where? In Kilburn?
No, in Paddington at an abattoir.
What kind?
Red, I think. Well, actually, I only saw their heads. They were mounted. They were in the back of a Land Rover in the car park. I mean, who'd want a stag's head on their wall?
People pay a lot of money for a set of antlers.
So where's the nearest place to London you could poach red deer?
In the wild? Southwest, I suppose. Exmoor, Dartmoor.
Exmoor. The chemist said that Eddie nips down to Exmoor occasionally. I'm sorry. I'm working again.
Or define you or confine you.
Diet you put Sally on, I think I may need to after the tea.
Raw tripe and exercise, that's all it is.
Lovely. I see myself chasing a stick.
And there's me thinking of you as athletic.
What do you do for relaxation? Do you ever take a holiday?
What, going away and all that?
That sort of thing.
Not a lot. It's funny you should mention it, though. I noticed the other day I've got a shelf full of travel books, and I never go anywhere.
Well, that's like those people who have a kitchen full of Elizabeth David books and they never cook. Well, maybe we've discovered a new law.
It would account for the incidence of almost total inertia amongst librarians.
Thank you for a wonderful dinner, Peter.
Oh, thank you for coming. Could I...
Very extensive library is chock-a-block with books about asking men out for coffee after the first date.
Oh.
Night. Of course, I don't know if there are any about the second date. I'll have to have a look. What's with all the baby stuff in the hall?
Neighbours chipping in, love.
What's this?
Idea for a street party. Exhibition bout. Mihail Miron Leshmuscu versus Selwyn Price. Hey, proper wrestling, none of this fancy stuff.
Excellent. How's your English coming on?
Champion. Took his first phone call today. I thought he was having me on. Someone from an abattoir wanted to speak to a Miss Price. I denied it emphatically.
Did they mention a pig?
They certainly did. The smallest they can let us have weighs in at £150. I said, look, there's only 60 of us. Forget it.
Oh, what are we going to do?
Sharma.
Sarma.
Sarma. Speciality of the region.
Oh, great.
Anna.
Yeah?
Who was the fellow with you?
A client.
Only that was his wife here the other day, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He likes you.
Really?
Take my word for it and beware. He's a man treading the murky waters of middle age who sees you as a passing canoe.
Thanks.